I'm not wanting to, you know, go balls deep and spend a heap of money. I just don't have any budget for this car. I have a little bit that I can work with. So it means, it actually means deep diving into my garage and seeing what I've got. So what we've got so far, so we've got a fuel filter, catch can, must have bought that for something, I don't know. And then I found all the fuel lines and everything from nut out. So this is all from nut out at some stage, and we replaced all these because we went to hard lines. So, you know, we've got a heap of fittings, AN fittings and lines, so we're pretty sorted done that. MSD's arrived, so we'll start getting that mocked up soon. Rebuild kit for the trans. So going through more of old nut out stuff. Carter lift pump, got the surge tank, fuel pump. So now we're waiting on is the manifold, the carburetor, fuel rig. I've ordered a shifter. So yeah, we're slowly compiling. I haven't really done any work on it this week, but being too busy with other things. But yeah, just trying to, you know, start getting everything together. So in here, obviously we're going to piss that off. I've ordered a shifter for that. Got to get some seats. Now I was just going to get some race seats, some fixed back, but then it's doesn't really work out that well, because if I want to drive it, and also the plan is this is going to be Charlotte's car, we can't have fixed back seats, so it'll have to be a recliner on rails. So we'll look at trying to find some of those. I'm going to keep everything, you know, we're going to try and keep everything to a you know, fairly tight budget. So we'll reuse what we can. So it's already got a rev counter in there. You can't see it because it's obviously blacked out, no power. We've got an oil and water gauge, so we've got some mechanical gauges, on off switch, looks like it's from Temu or something, isolator. So we're gonna, you know, use all that. We might move the battery to the boot yet though, see what happens. So yeah, I'm actually just doing up, getting some renderings done up now with a bit of a concept. Yeah, so I'm doing up get some drawings done, a bit of a concept, and the plan is with those is to turn them into a t-shirt, and hopefully we can sell some t-shirts, like concept t-shirts, and so people might want to get on board with the build and help. So the best way to do that is maybe offer some t-shirts for sale, trying to make some money that way. But yeah, trying to do it as obviously as budget as we can. We've got to sort some wheels out, so need some wheels to suit the front, not worried about the back, just need some cool wheels for the front. Don't want to go mini lights like every other Escort, so we want something a bit different for there. So that's us this week. New parts day. Yep, so good. So more pieces to the puzzle. So this is I'm assuming this is my carburetor and manifold. Quick fuel carby. Quick fuel! Ah, so much fucking plastic.
Carburetor stud kit. Firmware housing.
So watch everyone give me shit for using ProFlow, but we're on a budget, man. Works for other people, can work for us. Oh, why they make everything so hard to get into? Let's go. We might just open up the carby as well. just so I get to open all the boxes. Shiny, shiny.
We've got to do a quick mock-up for the tube. Ah, this is so light. Look at me. I don't even know which way to put it around.
So yeah, it's gonna look pretty sick. So we're not gonna go outrageously high or anything like that with this. The idea is to keep this under the bonnet. Well, we'll probably have an air scoop or something on those lines, and we're gonna run a reverse cowl on the bonnet. I love the look of a reverse cowl. I think they look tough as.
So I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. Next thing is, so the next major hurdle is the headers. So the factory manifolds are no good. Just because where the flanges come down, they wind up on the chassis rail, and then on that side they hit on the steering. So what we've done is I've ordered a set of ProFlow block huggers, the ram horns ones where it comes down in the centre, which should miss everything. And then I'm going to get old Dylan Grin Rod down at Reaper Performance just to modify them should they need modifying, and then we'll just only going to run a shorty exhaust, nothing major. We don't want it too loud. I hate the sound of standard LS's on open headers or whatever, so we'll run a short exhaust with a couple of Flowmasters or something in it. But yeah, excited.
More goodies arrived. Another delivery from the courier man. So we've got our flex plate and our fuel pressure rig. So Chero Flow Performance. Every day's been a bit like Christmas this week. So the shifters arrived. We went for the ball shifter. Aeroflow everywhere. Am I going to regret this? Probably not. I have had a few Aeroflow failures on nut out, which makes me hesitant, but for the price you can't really go wrong. We're not doing big boost or not having a big build. This is just a fucking simple factory build, nothing too grunty or out of control, so let's hope this doesn't come back to bite me. But yeah, cool man, starting to get everything together. Just loving that carby look, loving the carby look. I know it's supposed to be for Charlotte, but I think I'm having more fun sussing this out. That's cool, man. All right, we're back at it. So originally I had said with the fuel system, I was going to run all the stuff I had from nut out, but really it's an overkill. I mean, I don't need to run a lift pump. I don't need to run the fuel surge tank. So I've got it jigged up here on the floor of how I'm going to make it work by the research I've done while watching YouTube videos and talking to a couple of boys. So basically we're going to have the fuel cell, which come out into that filter, through to the fuel pump, through to that fuel filter, and then off to the rig, and then I'll go to the carby, and then a return line back to the tank. So yeah, I keep forgetting that there's a huge difference between fuel injection and carburetor. You don't need the fuel pressure, you know, you obviously, yeah. So we're learning as we go. It's all good. So it's gonna get rid of that shifter.
Together greater.
Oh, you know anyone that wants to buy an old Cortina or Escort shifter? Actually, while we're at it, so you know anyone that wants to buy a 6L80 torque converter and flex plate, that's for sale. LS3 intake, throttle body, fuel rails and everything for sale. Injectors, everything. Oh, can't be the world, mate. Yeah. Pull those out. So I've pulled the fuel tank that's in it out. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to put my old fuel tank in just to try and keep as much, I don't know, interchangeability with nut out. Just, you know, sentimental. I'm just stripping everything out of this boot as well today. Oh, man, what a fucking mission. Love a bit of trans juice all over me. You know what I hate, and unfortunately I'm real good at this, is pulling shit apart and then I probably never put it back together. So hopefully that ain't gonna happen on this. Now we can sort of see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, so I can make up a bit of a frame for the new fuel cell to sit in. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to measure this out. So we're back in the boot today. I don't know if you can see like all the holes down there. So I'm going to start making some templates up to fill those, fill these holes, and just fucking fill those bits and pieces. Yeah, try and seal the boot up a bit better, I guess. Okay, that was probably some of the worst cutting you'll ever see. Please don't hold it against me. Okay, this is probably not how you're going to see the professionals do it, but you know, whatever works, whatever works. So that fits in there nicely now. So we're just going to keep going through, you know, just filling up gaps. Obviously it won't be that bad, but just want to get rid of all these holes. It's just another place for everything to fill up with smoke. Fucking magic, mate. Ooh, me. Alright, so today's little mission is I've made the patch panels. Obviously I need to tidy these all up and make them a bit better, and then just going to tack them in place. And then I think I'll put a whole sheet metal floor in there. I don't know about filling all that in, you know. Mind you, it probably won't matter if I fucking seal the boot, then it's not going to, smoke's not going to come through into the cabin. Okay, what I've done there is I've just pulled out the fuel lines and the transcore lines. I'm trying to make it as similar to my car, to what I know. So in my car, the fuel lines run through the car, so that's what I'm going to do with this car. I don't like the fact of the fuel lines, rubber fuel lines underneath the car, exposed to everything. So we'll run them through the car, and I've got all those braided hoses left over from my car, which we'll use. I pulled the transcooler lines out too. I'm going to put the transcooler on the front. The transcooler in the boot, even with the fan, I mean, it's just sucking in dirty, disgusting, fucking blowing, yucky air. I don't know if it does. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to put that at the front anyway. So we'll rip those lines out. I'll put these outside. Put these in the scrap pile. That's the fuel line. Obviously still got fuel in it. God damn. Alright, so I think we've probably come to the end of my second vlog on this vehicle so far. But just as I was about to make a video, got a courier arrived from, so the old headers arrived. These came from Fastlane. ProFlow, once again, probably, you know, everyone, ProFlow, Aeroflow, Chinese junk, but we're doing things on a budget, and you can't really beat the price of this stuff, eh, man? You know, we're not doing a big high performance build. Will I kick myself later? I've probably said this before, who knows, but we'll see. But books on books, mate. Trying to encourage me to buy more. So we've just gone for these block hugger style headers. Basically, with the standard exhaust manifolds, where the flange came down, hit on the chassis rail, so we wanted more center. So these should do the job. I've already actually had a bit of a test fit, and we're still going to have to chop the driver's side. It's still not, you know, it's not going to work very well with. This is the driver's side here. This is the driver's side here. So it's still going to have to be chopped. But for the price, you know, we'll see how it goes. I love it when they send stickers, eh? Always love getting stickers. Alright, so cheers guys, thanks for this, thanks for following along on this one. I did notice though when I'm doing the some of the footage, the bloody camera is out of whack or something, so the stabilization must be shot, or I've just reset the camera, so hopefully for next time it's sweet. Yeah. Oh, we're slowly getting there, you know. Just keep changing things and trying to make things work, but let's go. So I just thought I'd jump in there and add too, if anyone has any suggestions or I'm doing stuff badly wrong, or just jump in the comments and let me know. Also, what did you think of the t-shirt design? Let me know about that too. And you know, is it something that you might buy if we were to put something up? Obviously, it wouldn't be called Nut Out. We haven't come up with a name yet, so we need to come up with a name. But you've got to start somewhere. As I said before, you've got to start. So this is the start. You know, we want to try and make something very cool out of this car. And, yeah. Let us know in the comments below.